who's going to come in for Cummins, who's not going to play the first test. So there's a few cracks there that England could exploit. When you land and you're walking, you've got your trolley going through the airport, and there's a guy with a camera from Channel 9 or Fox Sports or whatever, and you're like, I've literally just flown for 24 hours. The last thing I want to be doing is talking to you.
Are you going to do the early morning doom scroll and go, please don't be 40 for 6, please don't be 40 for 6, don't be 40 50 for 6. Hello and welcome to Tailenders.
Hello and thank you for having us on Tailenders.
This is Greg James, aka G-Force for regular listeners. We have Jimmy Anderson.
Go well.
Hello.
We have Felix White.
Go cheers.
Later on we'll have Match in Tendulkar. If you're new to Tailenders, where have you been? We've been going for 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
So count them.
And we've finally got our break on BBC iPlayer. And it's lovely to be here.
Yeah.
And I've been told by the paymasters, BBC Sport,
Go cheers.
that usually we are a loosely cricket-based podcast.
Yeah.
Today, we are a cricket-based podcast.
Oh, right. I was thought you were going to say less loosely, but it's very cricket specific, is it?
It's less loosely, or it's sort of not loosely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm confused with that with Jimmy, because Jimmy, would you prefer Tailenders to be even less loosely cricket based, or as we are gearing up for the Ashes, would you rather we talk about cricket today?
Well, I like the looser parts of it, but my job is in cricket, so I feel like I'm a spare part if we're not talking about it. So let's.
No,
That's not true at all.
But you have a love of music, and you like silly stuff as well as
I
cricket.
think you come into your own in the non-cricket stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay,
But today, don't worry, this is cricket, and it's serious, and we'll take it seriously because BBC Sport are paying for this, and they're very hot on that. And this is an Ashes preview show. That is exciting. Look, we're only loosely cricket based when there's not really any good cricket going on.
Agree.
And so there is good cricket going on now. It's about to happen. Ashes preview show. Jimmy, where should we begin? You've been doing a lot of press, doing a lot of social media stuff. I know you hate this question because you just told me outside. You hate it when people say, "Are you excited for the Ashes?" James, are you excited for the Ashes?
Yeah, I mean, I find it hard to get excited for something that I'm not involved in. It's the first one that first away Ashes that I've not been involved in for 20 years. So I'm sure when they start I'll get excited for it, but there's a lot to be excited about, but I'm just not there yet.
It's an very honest answer.
Yeah, well, we should maybe we should dig into that a little bit, because as cricket fans, we're also sad that you're not there. How do you think you're going to get up and watch it, or are you going to wait
question.
for? Are you going to do the early morning doom scroll and go, please don't be 40 for 6, please don't be 40 for 6, don't be 40 for 50 for 6.
I think I will watch certain bit. I'd like to think I'd be able to watch some of the first test. I think that's really important to get yourself into the series. But there'll definitely be moments where I'm watching the Boxing Day test, where you can stay up on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You go through, you've eaten your body weight in turkey, and now I'm going to stay awake for the start of the Boxing Day test.
I think that's my favourite day of the year when it rolls around.
In the Ashes, Boxing Day, so good.
Because we'll all be up. There'll be the Tailenders community will be up, and if you're watching this for the first time, you're now part of that community, whether you like it or not.
Go cheers.
You're part of it, and we will be up, just sharing our thoughts probably on social media. But that's an exciting thing. We all love doing that. But why? I guess we'll tackle why it's so difficult to win in Australia.
Yes.
I guess that's the thing, because I just joked about it being 46 or whatever when you wake up, but that is a reality, and that has been a reality for a long time. England haven't won a test match in Australia since the 2010-2011 series, which is a long time ago.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why? Give us a few reasons as to why it's so difficult.
I think it's a bunch of different stuff. I think that the media coverage over there is so much bigger than a test series in England, for example. That it is such a big part of their sporting calendar, and cricket over there is huge. So I think it's one of those things where when you land and you're walking, you've got your trolley going through the airport, and there's a guy with a camera from Channel 9 or Fox Sports or whatever, and you're like, I've literally just flown for 24 hours. The last thing I want to be doing is talking to you. But that's how much they want a piece of you all the time. So I think getting used to dealing with that's a big thing. The wickets are different to England. The ball's different. Kookaburra ball, so for bowlers it's harder to get movement. And the heat as well. Like the heat in Perth, in Adelaide, it's going to be... it does take a while to get used to it. So, Brisbane can be hot as well. So there's all sorts of different factors that I think just make it going into being really hard. Plus, Australia are amazing in their own country. Like they have notoriously been fantastic at playing at home. The results at the Gabba, their form there is just insane against every team, not just England. So I think, put them all together and it's pretty tough.
Are this Australia team amazing? That's the big question, isn't it? Because we've talked about on the podcast before that this is a really big opportunity for England to maybe get them this time round, because they might not be as strong as they have been the last few tours away. Are they actually amazing, or do they always slightly underplay and slightly give us a little something and go, well, maybe Bo Webster might not? And
I think there's definitely a few cracks that England could exploit. There's some unproven players in that squad, but you do still have the experience and the reliability of Steve Smith, Hazelwood,
Stark,
Alex Carey, Khawaja, Stark. Like there's a really good core group of players. Lyon, you put in there. I know it's been talked about recently about the age of there's one player in the squad under 30, but for me that's not an issue. It shows they've got experience. They're all fit enough. Like they're not creaking old men that are trying to run around the field. They're experienced, and I feel like that maybe there are a couple of cracks there, like who opens the batting, what's the top three? Is it going to be Labuschagne opening, and who's going to come in for Cummins, who's not going to play the first test? So there's a few cracks there that England could exploit.
What are you feeling? Because those things that you reeled off there, Jim, it being difficult when people put you under attention, the pitches, the heat, what are your feelings about how England will cope with it? Because the interesting thing is that we don't really know, because obviously it feels like about 40 years ago, but the last Ashes overseas, when Rory Burns got bowled first ball, that feels like it's a totally different makeup of personnel, especially with the ball actually. What are your instincts about, because obviously your 10-11 team, they weren't necessarily like brutal quicks, but you all bowled long spells, disciplined spells, and got Australia out that way. And it seems like a lot of the hype is that we're going to try and blow them away with Archer and Wood. Like, what's your feeling about how this, especially with the ball, we're going to cope with all that?
Yeah, well, I think that could be one telling part of the whole series. If England are going to win this series or have a chance, then the bowling attack has got to be like relentlessly good, because I think the pitches will have a little bit of movement in them. They have done in the last two tours we've been there. So you do need accuracy as well as pace. And I know it's great to watch, but there'll be some spells, I'm sure, where we're watching thinking this is amazing with Jofra Archer, Mark Wood, especially Perth, the first test, where it's notoriously bouncy and quick. So there could be some amazing spells in the games, but I think you do still need that element of accuracy. And I think one of the question marks for England will potentially be Ben Stokes, because I think he is, out of that group of bowlers, he's probably the one bowler who could churn out those spells of accuracy and skill, but he's also got that injury sort of record hanging over him, so that could be a massive part of the series as well.
Well, let's talk more about the bowlers then. So we talked about Wood and Archer. Hopefully they play sometimes together, they play as many as they can, but they've got to do the workload. Matthew Potts, Josh Tongue, Bryden Cass, Shoaib Bashir as the spinner. Where are those overs coming from? Where are those, as Felix says, those disciplined long spells in the heat coming from?
Yeah, so I can't see Archer and Wood playing too many games together. I think if you're going to play them together, potentially the first test at Perth, where it's fast and bouncy, you want to get off to a good start in the series, so hit them like straight away with proper pace. But then after that, I imagine they'll try and play one of them and rest and recover the other. So then I think that leaves space for, if they play together, then obviously there's one more and Stokes, so it potentially will be a Bryden Cass or a Gus Atkinson.
I would have mentioned Gus, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
Sorry, Gus.
They're two that they're still quick enough. They're like 85 plus. Bryden Carr's probably the slightly quicker of the two, getting towards 90 miles an hour. But they've got skill as well and probably a bit more control than the others. So I feel like they could play a big. No, they're going to have to play a big part in, especially if they rotate in Wood and Archer, one each.
I just had a vision when he said that of the first test, England winning a toss, bowling first, Archer and Wood in the team, and that like dubious top three of Australia. Because we've had it in the past where the first ball has defined an Ashes series. So we talked about Burns getting bowled, and we're feeling like, oh, we know how the next 2 months is going to go just from this one delivery. Obviously, the Harmison stray delivery in that you were there for in 2006-07, and you were mid-on for that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Where you probably felt like us, like, okay, I know we're getting beat 5-0 now.
Zach Crawley with his 4.
Exactly, Zach Crawley first ball. So it's like almost that first ball, everyone waited up. So how is it going to be defined? And it'd be so good if it was Wood or Archer bowling at Khawaja with his failing eyes. Do you know what I mean? Can we get that breakthrough early? That's the box office thing we want the Ashes to start with, because that's going to be the battle, really, isn't that? Australian top order. I guess that's probably where it's. Well, maybe not.
No, I honestly think that Australia's middle order will be the massive hurdle for England, with Smith probably at 4. I mean, if he bats 3, that's a bonus for England, because I think if him at 4, it's like Joe Root being at 4 for England. It's a, sort of just solidifies that middle order. Then you've got Head at 5.
Yeah.
Travis Head, and then probably Cam Green maybe at 6.
Yeah.
Or Webster at 6. Like, I think that's, and Carey at 7. I think that's quite a strong middle order experience in there. So I think that's going to be where it's sort of England are going to be sort of targeting.
And Labuschagne back in form at 3 as well.
Yeah, well,
interesting.
Again, we don't know if he's going to open or bat 3, but he's in the runs at the minute in Shield cricket. Steve Smith got 100 the other day, so they're coming into form, these players.
Steve Smith, captain.
Yes.
We mentioned this on the last podcast, but it's
gorgeous.
Everyone moves on. The world moves on. Keeps turning. Everyone's forgotten about it. He was disgraced, never to be captain again.
Oh right, I see what you're saying.
This was, a few years ago when Tim Payne came in and relieved him of the duties, and now he's all back. Is that a good?
He's been captain since then.
No, I know, but it's just in terms of an Ashes story.
Focus.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been an Ashes captain for a while, since it all kicked off.
Well, he's been vice captain though, so I think he's sort of they've forgiven and forgotten, haven't they? Definitely.
But who else could they have given it to? Because I thought that was quite interesting. They could have given it to another.
Yeah, who else?
But he's vice captain, so that.
Yeah. Do you have to?
Pretty much. It'd be weird to.
Yeah.
Have a vice captain and give the captaincy to someone else if the actual captain's injured.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
there's no one else.
A lot of Australians seem happy about it, actually. They think Smith's a more astute captain than Cummins. So obviously you're going to miss Cummins with the ball very much, but I've seen Australians in the media say, oh, actually, is that going to suit us, Smith captaining? But he's a slightly more innovative thinking captain. Thoughts, please, Jimmy?
I'm not sure about that, because I think Cummins' record as captain is really good. I think he's actually openly spoken about the difficulty for him as captain and being a main bowler is managing his spells and his game management. But generally, I think he's got a good record and has been really good. But Smith is an excellent captain. He had a good stint before the controversy and stuff. So I think it's not going to sort of be the difference between winning and not winning for them.
What do you think about Cummins with the injury? In your experience of being a fast bowler?
Oh, how 161 registered injuries.
Right.
71.
Sorry, forgot 10 of them then.
Where they say first test, but you never know, do you? What's your inkling with that?
Your medical opinion.
Yeah, Dr. Anderson. What do you think?
Well, the issue is it's with a back injury like that, if you play and it's not fully healed or fully fit, then the likelihood of it going again is quite high. So he won't want to go into a test and not be able to bowl 25, 30 overs an innings. He'll want to be fully fit to be able to contribute properly. So I think they're just being... I don't think they're being careful, but I think they're just making sure that he's fit enough. Because if he comes back for the second test, for example, and then does it again, then they are screwed in that last few
Can we
tests.
just quickly, while we're talking about key bowlers and injuries, just quickly, Jim, it's a good time to retell everyone about Bavaria 10-11 because obviously Jimmy's one of very few alive English cricketers to know what it's like to win in Australia. And one thing we'll be sure of is that this Bazball team will not be preparing the same way that Jimmy's team did, where it was brutal and you got taken to the forest of Bavaria. But I don't know if we've actually said this on Tailenders, this story before, but just quickly run, or have we? I think it's a good one because this is like a classic Ashes story.
New viewers, new listeners. Do you
Go
want to hear
well,
about
cheers.
Bavaria? Yes, yes, they do.
Oh, right, you do. So it's about that retreat because they take you away to like the forest in the wilderness to try and prepare for Australia, right?
Yeah, we went. So about a month before that Ashes in 10-11, we got told we got a training camp in. I don't even know if we got told it was Germany, but we just got told in Europe somewhere. Bring your passport to the airport. Nothing more than that. So like, obviously there's like whispers going around the team. Swanee thinks we're going to Munich Beer Festival.
That's Swanee's natural state. Is he wakes up thinking he's going to the Munich Beer Festival. Is it the beer festival today?
Morning.
No, Graham, not today.
Yeah.
Back to bed. Take the kids to school.
To Munich Beer Festival or to school?
So we got on this flight to Munich, and then we got taken in these vans into the forest,
Kidnapped
somewhere,
Bagged and tagged.
And we got everything took off us, like watches, phones, all confiscated as we got there.
Stephen got his Haribo taken off him.
Yeah, everything that was
confiscated.
Basically took everything off us, and we had a change of clothes, a tent, like we had 8 or 10 man tents.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the couple of days we were there, 3 or 4 days we were there, we were doing challenges, and we had to build a stretcher and then take it in turns to carry someone around an obstacle course on the stretcher.
Who was on yours?
Well, KP had a bit of a bad Achilles, so we had to carry him around for like 3 kilometres. But no, so then we got to this box. We had a boxing thing where we got in a circle. Like all the players would form a circle, then two by two get called out into the middle, and it was like they tried to match up people size for size. So it was Bresnan and Cut, Swan and Strauss, like players of Finn Panesar.
Not a great fight.
People of like similar statures, and then I got pulled out in the middle with Chris Tremlett, and who is a giant.
Well, for those watching, he's about the width of that bookshelf behind us.
So then, and basically we sparred for like 30 seconds, ended up breaking a rib, but thankfully just healed in time for.
Wow! And then they won.
Matches.
And it's interesting. We're laughing about Bavaria and the Haribo, and Monty Panesar, but
I love Monty
versus Steve Finn. But what's the preparation? What's the Brendan McCullum equivalent of that?
This is what I'm saying.
What would they have been doing? Is the right answer somewhere in between the two? What is the Brendan McCullum way?
Or is it shtick that they're just going to be playing golf and not thinking about it? Is that like a perception?
No, they'll be playing golf for sure.
Right. Are they carrying each other around the stretches while playing golf? Or?
No. The difference is that they've just had a one-day tour to New Zealand, so there's been a few players on there. Harry Brook captaining that team. McCullum and the coaches will be there as well. So then there's not much time to then get from New Zealand to
Bavaria,
Australia. Definitely not going to Bavaria. I imagine doing it with jet lag as well. Anyway, but yeah, I think they'll obviously be training really hard, physically and in the nets. And then there will be time to relax and play golf.
What's your honest opinion about the lack of preparation for? Because obviously that's something that throughout your career became less and less able to have like long form preparation. There's that often we always hear about like they haven't got enough first class games like they used to. Do you feel like that is a thing, acclimatising wise?
I feel like it depends on the team, and I think players are different now. Like when we won in 10-11, we played 3 first class games before that series. We played Western Australia, South Australia, and the Australia A in Hobart.
Yeah.
So we almost played that as a 3-match series, and then you're into the Ashes. So you sort of really in like your intensity's right at a good level. Players were in form, like confidence was high. So I think it's good in that respect. But now there's just no time to do that. You can't play first-class games. We had a 4 or 5 week build-up to that Ashes series in Australia.
Would you, if you were out there in this squad, would you have preferred a few more games before the first test?
I don't think it really mattered to me as a bowler. I like the idea of being able to manage your overs in the nets. You can get time on feet. So basically, they call it time on feet when they want you to get miles in your legs when you sort of replicate fielding for a day or whatever. So there's ways of doing that without playing a game. But I think it's the intensity for me of because in nets you go from like your intensity is like always going to, as much as you want to try and push it. Yeah. You get out in at the Perth Stadium with 60,000 people there. You're naturally going to go to there. Yeah. So it's such a big jump that I do feel like there's some sort of, there needs to be a middle ground.
So especially batting though, because like if someone's batting for free, for example, if Pope doesn't play, it looks like Pope might do, but someone batting for the first time with no preparation at free, it's a bit like, good luck, mate. Isn't it?
Off you go.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like there's no preparation.
Yeah, obviously.
But match situation and
I do. I mean,
climate.
Again, it's like personal preference that if the captain and coach try and do what's best for the team, what they think is best for the team, and I mean, like I said, the team we had in 2010, they loved it. Like they loved it. Like Strauss, Cook, Trott. They just want to bat for days.
That's it, isn't it? You want to know that you can hit a boundary. In Australia,
or not in their case.
But then I look at the England. I look at the England squad now and think a lot of them are like best when fresh. I want to be just mentally fresh and
that's
ready.
A very interesting point because we've talked a lot. I can't remember who we talked to. Liam Livingstone. I think we talked to Liam Livingstone about it. He, as franchise players, tend to just be able to get off the plane and go, right, let's go. Where are we today? It's a bit like sort of Beyonce on a world tour. Yeah. Someone whispers to her before, you're in Vancouver. Yeah. Hello, Vancouver. And then just bangs out the hits. Maybe that's a little bit more as to what it's like being a modern cricketer.
I think it is. I think the amount of cricket there is, even for guys who don't play franchise cricket, the amount of international cricket there is, it's just, it does feel non-stop. So I think when you do get a break, it's good to sort of refresh mentally sometimes. But also, it's just a balancing act. Like, how much do you rest and how much do you then need to play to get your intensity right?
So we shouldn't be fuddy-duddies about it, should we?
Well, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's an old form of thinking. Yeah.
Play the President's 11 and then you can play the Ashes. Thank you. Have you played the President's 11? No.
Yeah, and have a rest day as well during that game. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Can I just quickly ask Jimmy what his feeling is of because you've been on very successful Ashes trips and very unsuccessful Ashes trips with different sides. Like, did you have a sense before those tours how they were going to go and what is your feeling this time, like genuinely? Because obviously you always would say the same thing. Yeah, I think we got a chance. But you must have an inkling before you go on those tours.
Well, I've been on one successful Ashes trip.
Yeah, but successful
5 or
more
6
than most.
But that's one more than pretty much every other cricketer that's ever played for England.
The problem is that when we're in a place like Australia, if you lose one of the first 2 games, you're
quicksand.
Yeah, it's just like the media then jump on you. You're walking down the street for a coffee and people just abusing you.
God!
So it's just full on, and that's why quite often when teams go behind there, they do end up losing 3, 4, 5-0, which we did. But I think it's just we in 2010 we did have a real confidence within the group that we were in a good place to be able to, like, each player in that squad had played 30, 40, 50 tests and were on top form to be able to go and perform out there. And like it wasn't like we were best mates off the field. It was like we had a nice group, but it was more on the pitch. Everyone knew each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we just honed in on like helping each other out and performing the way we did. And it helped that Australia they didn't have a spin at the time, so the media were going at them a little bit more than a little bit like it is now, which is why I think England have got a good chance. Like the Australian media are a little bit going for that top 3. Who's going to bat there? Do they play 2 all-rounders, Webster and Cam Green? When's Cummins going to play? Like, there's question marks around their group, which I think is great for England.
Good little stories already.
Yeah, come on.
See, the whole point of this show was to get us excited, to get the viewers and the listeners excited. I'm excited.
Do you feel more excited when you were when we started the show?
I was excited anyway,
Yeah.
just because I've got a very high base level of excitement for any cricket, as we all have.
Agreed.
But in the last 20 minutes, it has gone up.
Mm.
And I hope that that's the same for you watching at home.
Jimmy was saying it's the same with like preparing for Christmas. It's like you don't want to get ready too early. You don't have Christmas burnout. It's the same with Ashes.
I'm not quite ready for it yet. Because 21st feels early.
Yeah,
21st is first day is Perth.
It does feel early.
Feels like when the decorations go in the shops in September, you're like, just give me a minute
Not yet.
to recover from the
Totally.
summer.
Got Halloween first.
Totally.
Yeah. First test Perth, 4th of December,
geez.
second test Brisbane, third test on the 17th, which is Adelaide, Christmas Day Melbourne, and then the New Year test in Sydney on the 3rd of January. That's a nice long time as well for us to kick back.
And let's just still be in it. If we can be in it, Melbourne, Sydney, then it's on, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like that's if England are in the mix by the 4th test.
So, I'm completely exhausted by, dream 11s, combined 11s.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so what?
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But best cricketers beginning with S. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But
Steve Smith.
What I would Scott Boland. But what I would like to do is not necessarily go through the whole team, but player for player, which is the strongest squad on paper.
Well, if you put both teams side by side in the batting order,
Let's do a combined 11.
No,
let's not do
I'd say out of the Australian team, 3 maybe 4 get into the strongest England team.
Oh, what? And
Okay.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
I think Kawaja gets in at the top of the order.
Failing eyes.
I think Smith gets in. You squeeze him in somewhere, maybe 3, Root 4.
Yeah, combined 11, yeah.
Brook and Head is a toss-up. I love Travis Head. I think he's a great player, really exciting. But Harry Brooks also this incredible talent.
It's Harry Brooks.
So that's like at 5. I wouldn't know who to pick there. The other positions are wicket keeper, Jamie Smith, Alex Carey. Bit of a toss-up between them two.
Yeah.
I'd potentially lean towards Carey just on experience. Cummins, obviously, when fit, makes it.
Stark, Hazelwood, and
But
really
Stark and Hazelwood. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
You're
Stark
picking
and Hazelwood.
Picking the bowlers,
you're picking
aren't
an
you?
entire Australian bowling attack, aren't you?
But then
Or not?
Wood and Archer. I'm like, you're leaving all the spinners out, I think. We'll just have all the quicks in.
Yeah.
But it's that is the reason we can't quite decide. It makes it a great
Totally.
series.
Yeah.
And we've had some amazing series. I mean, look at the India series we just had in England last summer.
Yeah.
Or this summer. Where are we? Yeah, this summer.
Yes.
Just gone. We have some amazing Test cricket to look forward to, and the stories will. There's always stories around an Ashes series, so I don't know.
What we haven't had recently overseas is a good Ashes series in Australia that's close for quite a long time since that England one, and even we won 3 games by an innings in that one, 10-11.
Yeah.
So that's what we're due.
Close.
Where the games every day, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and not sad, not consistently sad.
It was sad.
The
last
pandemic
time.
one was the last one.
Yeah.
We were just coming out of it, and it was a sort of
quite
sad
melancholic,
pandemic Christmas. Everyone was feeling a little bit. What's even the point of being alive? And then I think some of the top order playing for England thought the same thing as well.
I'm less excited now.
No, be excited to be alive now.
Oh, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy.
I was talking about then.
Okay, right, yeah.
Trying to keep everyone excited.
I just have flashbacks to having a thing shoved up my nose on Christmas Day.
Oh,
COVID test.
Right.
Scratching back of my eyeball.
That's not what we
because
want.
before every test, you were getting full COVID every day,
Yeah.
probably of cricket. You were.
Anyway, that's enough of that.
No, but also, thank you for your service. Those key workers
You're a key
out
worker,
there
Jim.
in the Ashes.
Never forget. You should be knighted for that.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. And we clapped for you on the doorstep.
Was that what that was for?
Well, people were clapping for the nurses, but deep down I was going, I'm clapping for the England cricket team. Thank you very much. A huge part of this podcast is a man, I mean, literally he's a big part of this podcast. He can barely fit into this room. Is a man called Tendulkar.
Can I see?
If you're a new listener or viewer, then God help you, you've got a lot of folklore to get through. But Machin is, he didn't like cricket when he first joined us. He was a caller on episode 2 or 3. He is loosely related to the game, but actually related to Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes.
And that was proven. But let's just get him in. And because we're near Christmas,
Yeah.
why don't we try and summon him like the genie in Aladdin,
Okay.
sort of in a pantomime way. So let's all lean forward, okay, and just all believe, and let's call matching. Matching.
Oh! It worked.
Wow! It's a nearly Christmas miracle. Matching.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, I was trying to explain the law of matching, and then I realised that this is I have a time limit. So
Yes.
what do you want to talk about instead?
Okay, thanks for having me on, guys. Basically,
You're
what
welcome,
I've got
Ernest.
is,
Yeah.
obviously this podcast does provide in-depth cricket analysis,
Yeah.
for cricket badges, but there will be many fans who are sort of casual cricket fans who over the next few weeks might find themselves in the pub
Yes.
or in the workplace
Yes.
that
Out of their depth.
don't know. Yeah, they might be out of their depth,
Yeah.
right? But they want to contribute to the conversation.
Do you think
okay?
those people are already watching this?
I've never got this far.
I'm worried about that.
Yeah,
So
maybe
they've got through all the cricket chat and now they've gone, hopefully there's something relatable at the end.
for them, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. You've stumbled
Or
across
fast
it.
forward it. So I'm here for you, right? I've done the research, so you don't have to. I've got some great facts, some talking points that you can just drop into conversation when you're in the workplace or in the pub, and so it looks like you know what you're talking about.
Brilliant.
And then we can get them verified by Jimmy. So
Really
if there's any
good.
pushback, you can say, well, these were verified by Jimmy
Really
Anderson.
good.
Yeah.
Sir Jimmy Anderson, yeah?
I love it.
BBC
Welcome.
Verify.
To Am I Right?
Thank you for having us on Am I Right?
Am I
Okay,
right?
Am I right?
So would
Yeah.
this work in the pub situation, okay?
Okay. So you're just asking us.
Well,
Am
I'm
I
just-
right? Sounds like you've just said you can't say anything these days.
A bit, yeah. But it's
You
more
can't
like-
say anything these days, am I right?
It's a bit like that.
It's a bit like that.
Okay, hi guys. Not sure if you know this, but there's only been 5 tests played at the Optus, where the first test is, yeah? All 5 have been won by the team batting first. At the Optus, the toss isn't just a coin flip. It's a bloody loaded gun, am I right?
That's great.
That was really great.
But I think you need to condense it. I think it's just the last sentence, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, to refine it, can I just, before we check in on the cricket credibility of it, I don't think that anyo's calling it the Optus.
No, I haven't.
I think
heard the
you would
Optus.
just say Perth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
All
that would just one little note I'd give you.
Okay.
You would just say Perth, wouldn't you? You wouldn't say the Optus.
Hey, Perth, the toss isn't just a coin flip.
Mm.
It's a bloody loaded gun, am I right?
You also sound like you're working for a financial.
Yeah, I'm working recruitment.
Yeah, it's
Am I right?
Gilets and yeah. Am I right, chaps? Chaps,
Am I right?
the bloody Optus.
Jimmy, am I right?
If you say so.
Ah.
Okay.
I don't. It's a difficult one because 5 tests at a ground is quite a small sample size.
Mm.
Jinx.
Okay.
No more talking from Felix on the podcast today, please.
But
Rules of jinx. Take that seriously.
it could be. I don't think it's a.
Big deal.
I don't think that England are going to go there going right. Matchin said that we've got to bat first.
They might.
Not verified.
Okay, not verified.
Does
Don't use
England
that
like
one,
to
Not
guys.
go?
verified, but I mean, give us something that we could say. Perth, you could just say if you wanted it bouncy.
Yeah, that's the
Get
thing.
onto this one. Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, hey guys.
Hi, mate.
Usually the opening test at is at the Gabba, which England always lose, but this time we're at the
It's not the
Optus.
Optus. That's what everyone's calling it.
The wicket here, the ball lands hard and carries true, but the Optus amplifies quality. Amplifies quality. Good bowlers become great. Bad bowlers get found out. England have dodged the psychological Death Star of the Gabba, but they've walked into the physics lab. The ball is going to fly. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, I think you are right. You are right. Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, "What's?" He's come up to me over my shoulder while I'm trying to have a meal, and like, "Oh yeah."
Sorry, do I know you?
Yeah. What do you need for you to go away?
Can we click
just
again?
to say yes, you are right. We
I
can
say
click.
yes,
We
we
can
go.
click. Get rid of him. Wait, hang on a second. Ready and cut.
Oh, go.
Go. He's gone.
Yeah, go.
So,
This guy just keeps
Is
coming
he-
up to me while I'm just walking
It's
around the
rep
street
from
and saying,
it's rep from Optus.
So
All right, let's get him back. Let's
come on.
click him back. Wait, click him back.
Hello.
Hey, hello again.
Hello, here he is
How's it
again.
going?
I've got one more fact for you guys. Well, one more. Am I right?
Oh, Optus
Yeah.
fact, yeah.
Hi guys. I'm not sure if you know about this. But
Yeah,
the first
well, it's
test
fine,
at the
whatever.
Optus, right? Look out!
What do I need to do for you to go away? But okay.
Yeah.
Look out for the Fremantle Doctor, Perth's famous afternoon sea breeze off the Indian Ocean. It's called the Fremantle Doctor because it cools the whole city down.
Oh.
It arrives mid-afternoon like clockwork. The temperature drops and the ball can start to swing again. Teams actually wait for it. It's a real thing and it can change the day's cricket in an hour. If Stokes is hooping the ball in those final sessions with the Fremantle Doctor, these batters could be dead on arrival. Am I right?
You're not wrong.
Jimmy, is he right?
Yeah. Well, it used to be very prevalent at the Wacker, which is the old ground.
The old
in
Optus.
Perth.
The old Optus. They had the Fremantle Optus.
The Fremantle Optus. Sorry.
Go on, yeah.
Where there was this sort of a gap where the stands are, and it blew through across the pitch.
Yeah.
Whereas the Perth Stadium's like a big sort of stadium.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it will affect
The hooping.
the ball as much.
But the Doctor is unavailable.
If I've played in games that Mitchell Johnson famously bowled England out once there when it wasn't swinging, and then all of a sudden got to a certain time in the afternoon and it starts hooping. So
How do you swing the ball, Jim?
Oh, wow. Wow.
where's that come from?
Oh, I thought you were going to say sandpaper.
No, it's reverse swing.
Oh, reverse swing.
Go on, give us another one. I am enjoying these.
Oh,
We've
no,
got time.
Oh no, that was it. That's all I've got for the moment.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then.
No,
that's good. This is good.
We could do these all through the Ashes.
Yeah, we
I've
can.
got Am I Rights for the whole.
Oh.
For every.
Oh,
But just no more
For
today.
every sponsor of every ground in Australia.
But you've got no more today. No, it's okay. Don't make them up.
No, I have. Yeah, no. These are my best ones.
Make one up.
Make
Make one up about Perth.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Perth is that's where
Pound for pound.
it's the pound for pound. It's the most isolated city in the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
Oh.
Pound for pound. It's 2,000 kilometers away from any other city. Am I right?
Yeah. I
Hope so.
don't know anymore. I don't know.
I don't
I've never
know,
known.
but-
I've never known.
Yeah.
And the city was mainly
one?
built on gold, mining gold. There you go.
Again, I don't.
There you go. What
Alright.
to do with that?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if you're
good
right, but
though,
it sounds good.
Yeah, and it was integral into the moon landing because that's where
The moon is.
the original moon landing. That's where they were.
That's where the moon used to be.
That's where they transferred the information to Western Australia. So that it was all possible because of the technology that's provided by Perth. Am I right?
It sounds good. But what I do know is that's the end of Tailenders today. If you've enjoyed whatever this was just now, then we'll be back after every test match. On day 5, we'll give you a brand new podcast talking about what's just happened in that amazing test match, wherever it's played, okay? Whether it's the Moon or Perth.
Or the Optus.
Or the Optus. Stop saying Optus. We'll be back next week on Tailenders. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on BBC Sounds and come back here for more fun. And a huge go well.
Cheers!